Hi, thanks for joining. It's Patty from PS Paper Crafts, and I want to show you how to make this fun birthday card using the So Much Happy bundle. It's a stamp set that comes with some coordinating dies, and I'm also using the Playing with Patterns designer series paper. This is really fun. It has some bold colors and fun patterns, so I decided I wanted to use one of these papers. I think this would be nice as well. You could have, I have it going diagonal, but you could have the happy go across like this. So there's just some really, playing with patterns right in the name. Some, this might be nice too. Some really pretty bright patterns here. So let's get started. I wanted to show you on the dies. So the die has this big happy and it cuts right across. It doesn't cut the edges here, it just cuts out the word. So I have it right across here, and I think it's really fun. You could have it this way, you can have it this way, and then there's some balloons and streamers and banners and things like that. And then the other thing is the stamp set. So you can do the happy or this happy. Happy to celebrate you, happy birthday, happy to know you, so very happy to have you in my life, things like that. So it's really a fun set. And you can use the set without the dies, but I really wanted this die. That was the idea. So let's get started. I have my pieces already cut out, and I was really careful about how I cut this down so that I had the Coastal Cabana. I think it's Coastal Cabana or Bermuda Bay, but I think it's Coastal Cabana, the color. That's the color of my card base. They're almost like one is lighter than the other, but let me look on here. So it actually shows you on here, yeah, Coastal Cabana. It has all the colors that are in here. So Coastal Cabana and Bermuda Bay go well together. One is just darker than the other. So let's get cutting here. I'm going to take my die and I'll get my machine out, my Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine. And I'm using the number 1, the number 2, and the number 3. And we'll put this down. Now I want to make sure the happy, I kind of wanted it on the Coastal Cabana color. That was the idea. I just want to see how I had it lined up. So I have it right up against here. I feel like this is cut a little bit different, but I think it's okay. I want to make sure that I'm all the way to the edge here. And let's go ahead and put the top number 3 plate on, and we'll run it through. And it cuts very easily. I think I cut the, I'll show you in a minute. Let's just take this off and see the pieces really fall right out, and get rid of this. Okay, and I think I really, yeah, I'm off a little bit. I must have cut it a little bit differently, but I think it's fine. Although the happy is pretty low. We'll have more room for the balloons. I kind of like this one better, but we'll go with it. So now I want to stamp and cut the balloons. So I'm using the Coastal Cabana, the Calypso Coral, and then the Crushed Curry. And I love the stamp that has the white stars in it. Where's that little piece of paper? Here it is. So we'll cut 3 balloons, or stamp 3 balloons, and let me make sure it's clean, because I'm changing color between, so I'll just clean it with my chamois. I want to make sure that I didn't leave it with the orange, and I do the Coastal Cabana. So let's do this, and then we'll have to cut these out. We'll do 1 in Coastal Cabana, and while I have that out, I'll do the birthday, also in Coastal Cabana. And I'm doing this just on a 1/2 strip, and it's very tight. Okay, so we'll put that aside. close up the Coastal Cabana and get the Calypso coral out. And then the last one will be a solid one, and we're doing that in the crushed curry. Probably should have left a little bit more room over here. They might collide into each other. So I will see if I have enough space. So I'm going to step away and cut these because I have to run it through 3 times, and I will be right back. Okay, look at how close I was. I just made it with those 2. I should have stamped them a little bit further apart, but it worked out, so that's good. Okay, so let's start putting our card together. I think we have a lot of the pieces ready. So the first thing I'll do is get my stamp and seal and lay this down. And just feed that through a little bit. So I'll go up and then across here. I'm not going to put any adhesive on the happy. I think it's good enough if I get just these kind of triangles covered. If you want to put it down, you can, but I don't think it's necessary. And I think it's just so colorful and vibrant here. So there we go. Now again, it's going to be a little bit different because I have my birthday down a little bit. And let's just, I always use my triple batter punch. So you just lock it for storage and then open it. And I like to feed it through the back, and I really fit all different sizes here. I don't use the guide on the top. So there's like a guide for different widths. I just, whatever width, and I use the 1/2 inch quite a bit. And I'll fit this in, and if it's too long, oops, I'll just cut it again. You can cut it down with scissors if you want, but this works for me. I just want to make sure it's kind of straight and even here. Okay, so that'll come down here. Let's put these away. All these little extra pieces. And then our balloons, so I'll arrange them, and I think I'll make them higher because I have more room above. And I already cut these pieces. So I cut some of the stars prior because it's a lot of cutting, and I used the purple posy, and there's this little die that cuts out 3 different size stars because I wanted to have something on the side. So I already cut them out. And then on this, I used that double adhesive, double-sided adhesive sheet. So I cut the size of my cardstock to fit this across. This is the string. So I did 3 for one card and 3 for the other card. So I measured how wide this was and just cut a piece to fit all of it. And then the 2 bows, which is this die here. So let me just show you these adhesive sheets. They're really great. You get 12 in a pack, and they're 12 inches by 6 inches. And you just cut it down for size, and you're making stickers. So you pull off one piece and stick it. There's one side that's sticky, stick it to your cardstock, do your die cutting, and then your die cutting piece, or your die cut, becomes a sticker. So you just peel it off and you have a sticker. This would be very tiny to adhere with glue, but you can do it. But these sheets are really great. So a lot of discussion here. With this, I cut off that little loop-de-loop because I had the balloons lower, but I might keep it for this. We'll see. So let's do, I'm going to put down the crushed curry balloon, the solid balloon, kind of in the back. I'm putting that down with just my stamp and seal. And let's put one of these down. And I could always pull it up. So now I have this backing to pull off. And it usually pulls off pretty easily. So we'll just go down here and there we go. And then we'll put this one on with a dimensional. And then we can go underneath it, which is nice. And it's going to kind of cover this string, but I wanted to have the string there. And then let's put this one on with a dimensional, and then we'll figure out those strings and whether we need to cut them or not. Okay, so these are the strings. So we'll put this one here. I'm just trying to judge it because I did want the bow. I may just snip this one. I'll just cut it with my finger and just have one long bow or one long loop-de-loop. Kind of have to figure it out as you go. See what works. And these do pull up. It does give you a little bit of time to pull it up. We'll see how it's going to work. And then this one, the middle didn't come out. There we go. I'm seeing which end I want, because I think I will put the bow on. I'm going to break it off there. I'm just winging it, guys. Come on. I said they're usually easy. There we go. And just put that down. I want them to kind of crisscross at some point. There we go. Okay. And then I want to put this bow here. And I'm not sure if I should have that loop-de-loop on or not, but let's see how it looks with the bow. Okay. So I wanted that right where it met. I'm thinking I might pull this one up and just see how easily it comes up. I think I'm going to cut it right where that is. If you like that, you can keep it. There we go. Okay, and then we can put this down with dimensionals. I just need probably 2. And so the balloons are popped up and the birthday is popped up. So there we go. It's a little bit different, but I'm fine with it. And now I just felt like I needed to add something on either side, so I decided I would add the stars. And these were fun to add. So what I did was I placed them where I wanted them. And I'm trying not to use the smallest ones because they're really tiny. And here I have this tool. Let's see. We'll put one down here. They're upside down, that's my problem. Come on. There we go. And let's put more down here. So, maybe I will put a tiny one up here. Overthinking. we go. All right, we're going with it. So what I did was I just took my liquid glue and I picked it up with my Picket tool, the putty end, and I'm just lifting it up. And if you get a little bit too much glue, it will dry clear, so don't worry about it. So we'll just put these down. Okay, they look a little gushy. I'm going to let them dry. Let's do the inside now. Put this on, and I'll just sweep this stuff away. So on the inside of this card, I stamped the Happy to Celebrate You. Those are two separate stamps, and I did them in the Coastal Cabana. So I have those mounted again already. And let's just get all of this stuff off. So kind of line this up on my grid paper. And I want to go up toward the top a little bit. Happy. And where is it? To Celebrate You. I like that. I love the script on it. And then I did the two balloons that have that nice stars in it. And I did one in each corner. And I know I did it last with this color, so I didn't clean the stamp. And I was going to do a streamer. The stamp it's just too long. And I thought I would just do part of it, and I kind of was playing with it. So I ended up just doing this little bow. And it was very hard to line up. So let's hope for the best here. It's a little bit off, but close enough. Okay, so that's our inside. And let's just get some of this down. And then the card is done. Pretty easy. I think it's fun. I love that die for the Happy. I think you could really do a lot. I looked in the book and I got a little bit of this idea from the catalog. But they did it with a lot of embossed layers on top and bottom, and I thought that was pretty as well. So lots you could do with it. Okay, so thanks for joining, and if you have this, give it a try and give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Thanks so much and have a good day. Bye.